What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest channel and podcast. If you are on the podcast platforms, please do subscribe. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room, hitting that light switch. Let's just go ahead and brighten up the place. And let's get into this conversation. It's been a little minute since I've talked about Harry and Meghan. But I wanted to talk about this story because I've had a number of different stories that I was going to talk about when it comes to these two. But honestly, my life has definitely been having its moments where I've just could not even sit down and concentrate on creating content because I've been busy in my business and having to make some changes and having websites that were hacked with malware and having to get things restored. And anyway, it's just been a lot of stuff going on in my personal life and in my business, but I said, you know what, this one, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it so I can get back on the discussions that I was previously having about these two. I still have not watched the Harry and Meghan documentary on Netflix. I haven't decided if I want to do it. Honestly, I don't know if I ever will. I may not ever watch it. I've seen enough commentary on it to not watch it myself, but who knows? I may watch it one day. But I wanted to talk about this story because it's being reported that Meghan and Harry, they're being alienated in Hollywood and that they are disgraced. And it says the $100 million deal with Netflix is coming back to haunt them. So it's been 3 years since Meghan Markle and Prince Harry dramatically moved to California, quitting royal life in England. But sources say they're still being treated like the new kids, as the couple struggle to make friends with their A-list neighbors, and a new poll shows their popularity has plummeted in the U.S. Insiders tell that the royal rebels are regarded as too much drama after public family feuds, bombshell memoirs, and selling out to Netflix. The view of them is that they're unlikable cartoon characters, says a Hollywood insider close to Harry, 38, and Meghan, 41, who live in a $15 million mansion in Montecito close to celebrity elite that includes Jennifer Aniston, Oprah Winfrey, Ariana Grande, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's kind of funny that they mentioned the $15 million mansion because there was a story that was out maybe about a week or so ago that I started to discuss where it was being discussed how Meghan was just having so many issues at first when they were trying to buy their $14 million mansion. That's what the story said. Now it's saying $15 million. But it's like, with all of the issues that people have going on right now in the world, there was a story that just recently happened with the train derailment in Ohio and how these people in this small town of East Palestine are dealing with toxic chemicals and not knowing what the aftermath is going to be for them and how they've been displaced and don't know if the water is safe to drink. Like, that's the reason why these two get on my freaking nerves, because there's so much going on in the world and in this country that a lot of people actually are going through. Your worries about being able to buy your $14 million mansion, people don't really care about because it's not a problem. Downsize your life, get out of the public eye, stop trying to be an A-list celebrity, because the only reason why you are considered one now, which I don't even know if they consider her one, but at any rate, you have had access to them, is because you are married to Prince Harry, period. So it says they can bury their heads in the sand about it all they like. But the fact is that every day they're getting less and less popular in LA. They have a few friends, but they're held at arm's length by the bulk of the elite. The feeling is that they've bashed the royal family one too many times, caused the queen a great deal of stress during her twilight years, and gone on about their victim status to a point that's toxic. They're now bad news by association. Last week, reports leaked that the couple had fallen out with talk show mogul Oprah. The 69-year-old was once their closest ally, with Meghan giving that infamous sit-down chat with her in March 2021. But sources claim the relationship between the neighbors has become fraught, with the former Suits actress a no-show at Oprah's recent unofficial birthday party in LA earlier this month, despite many other stars showing up, including Kim Kardashian, Heidi Klum, Sofia Vergara, and Jennifer Lopez. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't believe she was invited, because trust and believe, if she was on that list, do you not think she would have been there putting that smile on and sitting next to Oprah and getting her selfies in with Oprah? Not even selfies, but the professional photographer taking pictures with Oprah and next to Kim Kardashian and Heidi Klum. Like, are you kidding me? That's all she's ever wanted, was to be in with that in crowd. So I don't believe she was on the guest list. I could be wrong, but I really don't believe that she would not have shown up for that party. And listen, Oprah was never their friend. Oprah was never her friend. Oprah was using her for that sit down because it was going to get her the views that she wanted. So that, I don't even fault Oprah for that, because that's her job. That's what she does. She's not in this to make friends. She's doing what she does. She gets the exclusive with a few people here and there, because she is not a talk show host anymore, but she gets the exclusive when it's something that's really, really big like that. At the time, it was really big, and that's all it was to her. Yeah, she and Gayle went to the royal wedding. Why wouldn't they? Period. So yeah, she was never their friend. She was never their friend. So not helping matters was a new poll out last week that found that the U.S. public has fallen out of love with the pair. In December, Harry enjoyed a favorability rating of plus 38, which plunged to -7 by January, according to pollsters Redfield and Wilton. And I kind of find it comical that there's a there's a poll, a favorability poll for these people, like they're the president of the United States. But it's also not surprising, but ironic to me too, because a few years ago, I did a conversation where I discussed Meghan Markle and why she's unlikable. If I can find a link to that, I may put it in the description box. But it says, meanwhile, Meghan dropped from plus 23 to -13. The drastic fall was blamed on the release of the prince's new memoir, Spare, last month, and the series of TV interviews he's done all over the world to promote it. Despite the book selling 3.2 million copies worldwide in its first week on sale, insiders say all this publicity and oversharing, which has included details of a physical fight with his brother, Prince William, and how Harry lost his virginity to an older woman in a field, hasn't gone down well with the public. American royal expert Kinsey Schofield told The Times last week, quote, I work with several publicists in LA, and they say that Harry and Meghan aren't considered for high-profile events because the fear is that all eyes will be on them, and that will take away from the cause. I think people are starting to hesitate when it comes to associating with them, because they seem to be a dramatic pair that fixate on the negative. And that is 100% true. People can buy the book. They can watch the docuseries. They're doing it because it is salacious gossip on the highest level, because it's coming from a prince, someone who was in the royal family, who still is. I mean, he still is a part of the royal family, and by the person that he chose to marry. So yes, it is going to get the views, but a lot of it is hate views. And some people may say, well, why do people watch people if they don't like them? That honestly is just, it's one of those things. Sometimes people watch it out of hate just to prove themselves right, to say, I knew it all along and I'm just getting my confirmation. Some people like myself, I see the stories here and there, but I'm not fixated on it, even if some people think that I am, because I talk about it sometimes. But I am a content creator part-time. This isn't what I do for a living. I am a businesswoman, and this is not my life. And I don't follow these people on social media, so I don't relate to following people and watching what they do simply because I don't like them. I've just never been that way. But if I see a story or a news article or something like that, I may discuss it, but I'm not doing it out of hate, but I am going to give my opinion. And I don't see them favorable or highly likable, and I just have not. So the story is continuing. The Duke and Duchess did enjoy one celebrity invite in recent weeks after pictures emerged of them partying with guests at Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi's vow renewal. In a video from the event, we see the talk show host, who recently moved into the Montecito neighborhood with actress Portia, being surprised by her wife wearing a wedding dress as none other than Kris Jenner pops up to officiate. But insiders say those kinds of events are increasingly few and far between. Scoring an invite to Ellen and Portia's vow renewals is one thing, but they're not at the top table as far as social standing goes. Those like the Obamas, the Hanks, the Spielbergs, and other old school superstars are just politely keeping their distance, while stars like Tom Cruise have openly showed their support to Prince William and Kate Middleton. And the polls don't lie. Americans are going off them big time, which means there's no chance any of the power players in LA will be rolling out the red carpet. For that to change, they need to stop with the same old shtick and show they're capable of something more interesting and, frankly, less toxic. And it's true. They've built up this clout off of toxicity and Meghan playing the victim and Harry, again, in my opinion, playing the victim as well. Spare me, and all pun intended, spare me the woe is me, I'm the spare, I'm not the heir to the throne. Who freaking cares? You have had a privileged life all of your life. Was it cool what happened to his mom? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know if his dad and his grandmother had anything to do with it. There are rumors and, things like that out there swirling with regards to that. But either way, you've had a very privileged life. Spare us the woe is me stuff, because there is people who have been through a whole lot worse than he has been through. I'm not saying that losing his mother didn't have a big impact on his life, but man, you're in your late 30s now, and I just really get tired of people who have had something happen in their life and they use that as the excuse as to why they are the way they are. You're an adult now. You have to make the decisions for your life and do the right thing for your life. And what is your talent besides telling gossip about your family and how many people you took out when you were serving in Afghanistan and putting other soldiers possibly in danger and just different things like that? And Meghan, okay, she's been on Deal or No Deal. She was in that show Suits that a lot of people never saw before and never heard of it before they heard about her being with Prince Harry. Who freaking cares? Like, what is your actual talent besides playing the victim? And people get tired of that. And it sucks when it comes to people getting tired of people, quote unquote, even being a victim versus playing a victim. Because in my opinion, I believe there's a difference. Being a victim, when you've actually gone through some tragic things in your life and you just have not gotten over it, people get tired of hearing about it. I believe that that is not okay, but it is unfortunately a lot of people who feel that way and who operate that way. And then there's playing the victim, where you are the woe is me. I can't believe that they try to ask me how the baby's going to look once it's born, what color is the baby's skin going to be, or whatever she was trying to say. I, again, don't even think that if it actually happened, I, again, don't think that it happened the way that she was trying to portray it to be, because I've said it before in a conversation and I'll say it again. When two people of different ethnicities are having a child, it is not uncommon to wonder who the child is going to resemble more, if one of the parents has more melanin, darker skin than the other, to wonder, is the child going to be lighter or darker? People do wonder about those things. That makes people human. It doesn't make them racist. And I'm just being honest. It's just the truth. So anyway, the Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, which came out to massive fanfare in December, has also rubbed certain people up the wrong way. We're told it wasn't just that the series embarrassingly attacked the royal family, it also stepped on a lot of powerful industry toes. It might have been a massive hit and chart topper for Netflix, but it also cost a ridiculous amount of money. The network gave Harry and Meghan $100 million for a 6-episode reality show, grossly overpaid. And I added that. That is not in the article, but I'm saying that. Grossly overpaid. Why do these people deserve $100 million for a 6-episode reality show? While everyone else is struggling to get anything made at the moment, that's where the article continues. Producers are aware that the company is doing some serious belt tightening, and even big names like Shonda Rhimes, the Obamas, and Ryan Murphy are having their shows canceled or delayed. The view is that Harry and Meghan took money out of the mouths of real producers who've been working hard for years to get shows into Netflix's pipeline. This was a costly miniseries in more ways than one. It certainly cost the Sussexes any respect they might have previously had in Hollywood circles, who see it as nothing more than a bad taste cash grab. And I have to say, I agree with everything that is in that article. That article is from The Closer. And I was right. I didn't feel that them doing what they were doing, they were going to ultimately get what they were hoping for in the long term. And they're not going to get that. And they don't deserve it. I am just so over these people. But listen, if another story comes out and I want to talk about it, I'm going to. So you guys let me know your thoughts about all of this respectfully in the comment section. This is Beth, and I'm just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, keep it beautiful. Until the next time, I'm going to say bye.